Okay, so this is a track of Theo, and Theo sent me this track. Not, I don't remember seeing any notes, but I remember he sent me a playlist of tracks that he had and asked me to pick one, and they were all great. They were all really good. I wasn't even sure like how I could maybe improve the tracks. Like, there's definitely something I can do, but is that an improvement? I don't know. I mean, from what I hear, it sounds pretty much done. Um, so I will have a look at the arrangements to see if I can improve something. But I think this track is pretty much done for as far as I know. First thing is that he's not starting at 1, which for me that's like a huge no-no. Imagine I work with a client and then if I start at 17 and the client says, oh, at 3 minutes, there's something. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so if this is 0, 3 minutes is actually 4 minutes, it's a bit of a nightmare. So in that case, I always put it at the beginning. So that's like the first thing I'm going to do. The kick and the drums, I'm going to change the colors here. That's the hats, snare. So these I'm gonna put it percussion, this yellow percussion. I'm gonna go with orange. Those are my colors. You don't have to do this. Vocals, effects, gonna be white. All right, so let's have a quick listen. Gain staging is good. Bunch of effects I don't have here, so I'm gonna just remove all that. I'm gonna bring limiter. Oh, and I love LSD. I mean the substance. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I do. I do microdosing, and I absolutely think it's a great game changer for creativity. So, what's happening with the gain staging here? 8 dB. Let's go 8. This means there's something here. So the gain staging here seems okay, but I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna just do the whole gain staging here. So I'm just gonna assign. So this is gonna be -7. Get the BS. Okay, so I copy this, and this one's gonna get 7 dB. Perfect. So this one is -25. So 17. Kick transient -31. And 15, I think. I didn't see the original one. Yeah. So what we see here is that I'm doing the gain staging for the track, and I'm going through all the channels, and as usual, what I do is I normalize the gain of the audio with the fader. So when you see me reduce the fader and after that adding the gain, it's because this is the act of normalizing. There's different ways of doing it, but by doing that, I'm recovering the headroom that I'm losing if I'm leaving the fader at 0 dB. So by removing the headroom, after that, I recover all the space, like I can recover up to 10 dB sometimes, 15 dBs. And what I can do is I can just bring up the volume and it will sound proper. I remove all the effects that he was using that I don't have, and after that, I just make sure that there was no phasing issue. I think there was a phasing issue in one thing. And the other thing that I did is I just make sure that all the elements were leveled properly. Some were a bit too loud in the mix, and then I just adjusted so that it sits at the right level. There was one thing that was frozen, so I just made sure that the channel strip was at the right place, and sometimes it was not loaded properly. So this means that maybe he did the skin staging properly, but I needed to do it for him. Okay, so gain staging is pretty much done. Great track. 8 minutes that flew by. So now I'm gonna organize it so that I can understand what's happening here. Gonna assign all this, this, and that goes here. Something like that. Sent lead. Guess. Okay, so there's like start at the beginning. So this is the hook. That was out of phase. So I would, if I change something, first of all, I'm going to save this as retouch. Would say, what if we turn this off at the beginning? Yeah. Definitely clean. And I would keep this short at first. So I'll go to 2 bars. Just gonna all this we're gonna turn off. And then this is gonna come here. And then I'm gonna turn this off. So this, yeah, this is nice. And then there's this Atmo here. 1 gallon of LSD. You don't want to just put all the vocal at first, you just parse them. That's like, it says bass, but it's not really a bass per se. More like effects, this. This I would creep it in, and I would not play it all the time. Just play it like this, because it's it's too long for a kick to be gone. Just gonna duplicate this. Not a fan of breaks. But there's a lot of voices here. And just want to clean this. I would definitely, I think I would benefit from having 2 minutes less, so around 6:30 would be good to have the end here. So I would just remove all this. I don't think it's necessary to go on this long. That way we just keep it efficient. And the string, this one out, and the vocals here is perfect. And then this, but I would definitely add an extra hi-hat in there. Something just to kind of create a backbone. After the gain staging, the next part was organizing the arrangements. And this involved multiple decisions regarding something that is a bit more personal, I would say. So the first thing that I did is I added some movement both in amplitude and also in the stereo. By amplitude, I mean the volume with the tremolo, and the stereo with the autopan, and after the frequency with the LFO on the auto filter. So doing this on the different elements that are linear brings a certain level of movement, and the LFO here is modulating the equalizer, which is also adding a little bit more movement on the stallness. I also did some effects on certain synth. I just simply added the Valhalla and then did the paste bounced audio, the new feature that I love. And I didn't want it to overdid it, but I did 2 moments where there was some delay, and I think it pays off. I think it just brings a certain element of fun to it. The track is already pretty fun on its own, but this is just a little enhancement. Again, a little bit more auto filter, and also a little bit of autopan. And these little elements started to bring the song more to life, and also with some randomness here and there, it just brings this analog feeling. I did some compression with the LA2A emulation from Analog Obsession Analog, and fixed a little bit of EQing that was done here and there, mainly here on the bass itself. And also I made sure that there was no overflow with the low end of certain sound by cutting down, and I added a channel strip from Analog Obsession again, and some compression just to kind of glue all the elements that add a lot of dynamic range. And I think I cut it too much in the break, and I didn't want the break to be too long. This break had some kicks being removed, so I brought back the kick, and I didn't want it to lose the momentum because this track has a lot of momentum, and I didn't want it to lose that. And also just reshape a little bit the synth so that it kind of just has this resolution. And now that the track is shorter, it doesn't feel like it's stalling. So that's like, sometimes people feel like their track is boring. Just shorten it, keep it short. Long tracks is nice, but shorter tracks is more effective. And that being done, this was starting to be close to a closure now. I think after that, what I did is just to make sure that all the elements were placed on the arrangement to be interesting enough through the track. So I removed some elements that were there in the beginning, and I moved them on the second part, so that the second part has elements that weren't there in the first part. This is going to be really keeping the listener engaged and feeling that the track is a progression. And I added a little bit of phasing and autopan on the hook so that it feels like it's moving, and that with a binary mode LFO, which is something people don't use a lot, but it's super effective for making some abrupt changes. I added a tape emulator on the master. This brings saturation, and it's quite lovely what it does.